Is it working? I don't know. I don't see the red light flashing. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. My name is Jordan. I'm back in Colorado again. It's been a long time coming. Long story short, we'll get into that a little bit later. First of all, I'm going back to one of my favorite areas in this whole state. It's North Table Mountain in Golden. It's about 77 degrees today. Perfect day for a hike up the mountain. I've been needing to get a little bit of exercise. Helps calm down the anxiety. I still deal with that now and then, but it's getting better. More on that too. Good to be back in the high country. Not high, but high. On with it. Alrighty then, well, up to the top here, North Table Mountain. It's been featured before on my channel many times. They're doing some construction work up here, I guess bringing in some gravel or rock or something. I noticed there's a little fine feathered frenzy stuck in this thing. There he is. See if the nope, doors are locked. Can't save him. Hope he doesn't suffocate in there. I'm sure it gets hot. See if the other one's unlocked. Let him out. Didn't figure they'd leave that unlocked. Well, I don't know how that guy got in there, but I tried to get him out. I tried my best. All right, little fella, hope you can get out of there the same way you got in. All right, on with the hike up here. So this place is pretty cool. As I've mentioned before, it looks like kind of some scenery of Land Before Time or something.
Like a Land Before Time type of setting.
My anxiety levels are a little high right now. I made a video back in, I don't know, January or something like that about how I've been dealing with a little bit of anxiety and heart palpitations, chest pressure, trouble breathing, all that kind of stuff. I think it was triggered by numerous things throughout the last few years. Mostly my financial situation, which has been getting better. If you watch any videos from my Nebraska time in the past 5 months, you know, it's kind of been calming down. But I come up here to these hiking areas. I remember when I first started getting anxiety, I was up here in some of these hiking areas, and between Golden here and then some of the areas downtown Denver, which isn't really hiking, but nonetheless, it's getting exercise. I remember one day I just started feeling really nervous, like I was, getting ready to go on stage or something, and nothing was really happening. But then I started getting really nervous that I wasn't going to be able to pay bills and all that, and one thing led to another. But I started getting panic attacks, and this has been, the very end of last year, in December and whatnot. So off and on this whole year, I've been dealing with heart palpitations, heart racing, headaches sometimes, muscle tension, everything you can deal with in anxiety stuff. But I'm a Christian, and I believe Jesus is the healer of everything, anxiety, diseases, all that kind of stuff. And I know I'm a healthy person. I mean, every now and then I do some alcohol drinking or don't eat quite right all the time, but generally I'm a very healthy person. Long story short, when I come back up to these hiking places and my subconscious starts thinking about my heart rate going up when doing these kind of things, it kind of sparks that whole that whole plethora of events going through my head, all the way from heart palpitations to thinking I'm getting dizzy, and my heart does race, but it's good for it with exercise and everything. But it's just something I've been dealing with, and it's been getting better every day. Big shout out to one of the guys that I follow on YouTube, Trey Jones. He has a YouTube channel. I'll put it in the description of this video. And he talks a lot about anxiety. He dealt with it for 5 years. Been a very interesting few months. So many know I've been back in Nebraska doing some railroading work, in which kind of went on about almost 5 months, about 4 months. And long story short, they started doing temporary furloughs here and there, not like long-term stuff, but some temporary furloughs. And it wasn't really, being on call kind of sucked, but it was good money, and I just was not quite clicking with it. It was I was doing my best to I guess I don't need these for real talk with J3. Real talk. I guess what I'm trying to say is the railroad wasn't really working out quite like I thought it would, and there was a lot of I can't really put my finger on the words to say with it. It just wasn't a good fit for me. So I put my resume out there again. I updated a little bit, put it out there on ZipRecruiter. Not sponsored, but it could be. ZipRecruiter. Found some work back here in the Denver area. Multiple different things, but something that kind of appealed to me was the job that I currently got, which I put on my Facebook for anybody who follows me on Facebook. Link in the bio, or link in the description of this video. The job is with, it's a recruiting company called Manpower. Put these back on, it's a little bright out here. And they do some recruiting for various companies, one of which is Ball, aluminum can manufacturing, packaging, whatever. It's in a warehouse here in Golden, and the thing that most drew me to this job, that reason why I put my resume in for that one, is you get 4 days on, 4 days off, which is, it's mostly beneficial because you can pretty much see your whole entire year of your schedule, and you don't have to put in for a day off here and a day off there, because if you got 4 days off, I mean, that's enough time to go on some little mini vacations and everything. And if you need a longer vacation down the road sometime, they do offer vacation time. So kind of start out as a temp, but it's a full-time job, but you start out working as a temp, and then if you show up and prove yourself to be somewhat of a worthy worker, then they'll hire you on full-time, and you can choose to go up to like machine techs and all that kind of stuff, which for me, I don't know if I'll go that route, because it's not really what I'm really looking to do with my life. But at the same time, it's 4 days on, 4 days off, so I'll stay in there and at least be an operator for a long time. That's my goal anyway. You go 4 days on, 4 days off, and you rotate every month between the shifts, working a night shift and then a day shift. So right now I'm on the nights, so kind of trying to stay up at night kind of late on my days off, so I can get acclimated to the different hours and be solid with it. And then once the day shift comes around, I'm gonna have to really I'm gonna have to be going to bed like at 5 in the afternoon, just trying to sleep, as long as I can, and get up early, because it'll be 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the daytimes. Of course, it's 6 p.m. till 6 a.m. at nights. So yeah, it'll be interesting. So I think it'll work out good. And a friend of mine from Flatirons Church, Anthony Evans, he's the leader of a small group from Flatirons, and got to know him through that small group. And he bought a house recently, and I hit him up to see if he had any rooms available, and sure enough he did. So I'm rooming with him for a while down in Lakewood. So that's kind of the short story of why I'm back in Colorado again from Nebraska, working this job, and of course I'll do Uber on the on the rest days that I have, which I have been doing Uber, mostly food deliveries. But yeah, it just gives me some time to pursue the things that I want to do as well, which is the main thing here, video. Vlogging life and documentary stuff. I know it's been a long drive for me, but I'm eventually going to get some better camera equipment to where I can make better style of films. It's been a long time coming, and I know it's coming soon. It's just very hard to get a lot of money when my videos really don't seem to get watched. My channel is a very, very hard one to grow right now, and I'm trying to figure out ways I can help that. I'm gonna, put together more interesting montages, because that seems to get more thumbs up and attention from people when I do a montage, as opposed to doing these long vlogs. But I feel like I don't do those quick stories a lot on Instagram, Snapchat, all that kind of stuff. That's not how I do social media. I do social media, I like to put some thought in my creativity and my content. I like them, I like it to be more than just a vertical held, hey, yeah, I'm at a party, bling. That's just not me. That's everybody else in this millennial generation, but it's not me. I shouldn't say everybody else. There's a lot of really great creators out there. I just need to get in the circle with them. I'm not in that circle. The circle that I know isn't into that kind of thing. So here in Denver, I think I'm going to find some opportunities to get in those circles. There's actually meetups to get into these filmmaking groups and stuff. So, and then once I get my DSLR camera, I can, hopefully become friends with people who are very familiar with that, and I can start making some great content, some better content than what I have been making. I mean, I think my stuff's pretty good, but it could be a lot better, and I appreciate everybody who does give me support, because when I put a video out there and it gets like 10 likes or 10 views and no thumbs up, every now and then I'll get a thumbs down. It's really discouraging when you're, trying to create good content for people to enjoy, and it just doesn't seem to get out there. Man, that's one of the things that caused me to start getting anxiety. I was just like, I know it's stupid, it's no excuse, but it's one of the things I've been trying so hard to get some video to go big, or some kind of following, and it's been going slowly. And don't think I'm not grateful for the 114 people I have right now, and I hope this video doesn't make anybody unsubscribe. But you can't please everybody, and that's one of the things you got to learn in the social media world. And if you want a huge following, you're not going to please everybody. You're going to get some hate, and you got to be able to deal with that. So it's all learning. It's all a learning process. So enough chit chat. It's been Real Talk with J3. If you like this video, give it a thumb up. It's probably not going to get shared or anything like that. It's not incredible content, but this is Real Talk. Thanks guys for liking this. Thanks for subscribing to this. Thanks for hitting that bell notification. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Anywhere you wanna go, anywhere the wind blows, always high and never low.
So I guess when it comes down to the wire, the very simplified reason of why I moved back to Colorado pretty much speaks for itself.